Hello everyone and welcome back to the Joint Survival series. I'm joined by Scott as usual.
Whoop.
What was that, a hiccup?
That was me gonna whoop, but then
Whoop! It sounded like a hiccup.
I don't know what's happened to me. I'm in T-pose.
So
Anyway,
the basics of the scenario today is we have got quite a lot constructed, but there's a more pressing matter to do with YouTube. YouTube have basically changed up how you guys receive notifications, so you need to access the notification button and whack it back on so you'll receive our videos when they do come out, so you can keep up to date with the survival series if you would like to. Another thing is make sure to hit that like button, because YouTube have also changed how they basically populate videos on your feed. Videos with more likes and comments now go to the top, where videos with more views but less likes and comments remain at the bottom. It's rather confusing. You'd think that more people watching it doesn't matter, but
you wish you would tell us a bit more of these things before they do them. Just like a little heads up would be nice.
Yes, a little heads up would be nice, because when you do look back at your various different statistics and you see things are fluctuating, you go, what the hell is happening here? So make sure you mash that like button, tick the notifications, and it helps me and Scott out by loads. Amazing amounts. Anyway, let's get back to our survival series. So Scott, you were finishing off the final touches of your little welding ship. The welding ship is complete, so you can now weld up whatever you want to. I think you're going to start working on the walls of the place, maybe one of the first hangars that's integrated into the...
Yep, that's the plan.
That would be nice. Maybe build a 3D printer within the hangar, or within one of these walls.
We've not done a 3D printer
Well,
in a long time.
I am willing, if you do a 3D printer, if we both hollow out a hangar today and fit a 3D printer in it. If we both work together, I reckon we can get it done by the end of the episode, or maybe the end of 2 episodes for you.
Okay.
Okay. So let's and we'll just do one final tour. So I'll pop into spectator one more time, and so the main facilities that we've got up and running is everything in the dome is now functioning as, well, a semi-functional refinery. We need a few more parts to get the other refineries online. Scott, can you do a quick supply check to see if we can actually produce the materials for the said hangar? If not, then we'll do a quick mining run while one of us mines it out. And secondly, we've also got the basically medical block, we may as well call it. We need to connect it maybe with some sort of hallway. And
it needs a cryo bed.
And the final thing we've also got is the triggered solar panels that rotate due to the sun. Now, what you guys recommended is 16 of these solar panels in total, where I've only got 12. So I'm going to possibly add 2 or 3 more on, so that they're actually efficient and sort of valued enough. The second thing that needs to be done with that is batteries need to be added so they can charge some cells, because at the moment the power goes straight from there. It saves us a little bit on the reactor's fuel, but at the moment it's not really saving us that much unless we get them batteries online. You do remember a while ago, don't you, Scott, when we were running on pure battery power, when our systems kind of, you know, went to shit ages ago?
Yeah, that went, yeah.
So that's
the dark days.
But it's always nice to have the power as like a backup. Let's do a little bit of scouting, shall we, for which wall to build our hangar into.
I'm just doing a quick inventory check.
Okay, how's it looking on the inventory anyway, Scott?
Oh god, we're screwed.
Is it really that bad?
We're not in the best of shapes.
Okay, so let's do our second best thing. Let's pick an area for our hangar. So,
well, the good thing is we do have iron right here.
Okay, yeah, no, we've got the basic resources, so we can just steel plate all day. It's just when it gets to the more technical parts for the actual welders.
Yeah.
So here's my concept. You run it by me. You see this little pit, a second crater that we've got over here, Scott?
Yarp.
I was thinking that we build, you know, like a...
No.
Oh, shit. Are you alright?
I'm not dead.
I was thinking we build, like, a number of different raised platforms, you know, in the center for, you know, for different size ships. And then around the wall, we actually have various different hangars that go in, so different size fitting bays and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you had any ideas on the concept.
That sounds a cool idea.
Yeah.
I like
it. So if you want to pick a side for the main hangar, so what sort of size or scale? Have you got any blocks on you?
No, I do not.
Let's just nip back and grab ourselves a load of steel and a welder and grinder and whatnot. Let's just have a look if I've actually got them tools on me already.
I do not, because I dumped
I dumped everything as well, because it was a smart idea.
Because we don't have cryo beds yet. What's a bit of a design flaw? I will need to get that sorted.
It's alright, I'll help you when I can. I'll grab that grinder, and I'll grab that welder. Small cargo container, there we go. And we've got a load of steel plates, so I'm just gonna grab.
Yeah, but I'm queuing up like.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab as many steel plates as I can actually take up. Just check my systems. Oxygen, hydrogen's all good. Back to the crater. So as long as we all connect it on one grid, I think we'll be fine. That's the kind of the #1 rule for this situation, isn't it?
So that kind of leads us that kind of makes it a bit more harder to do where you want to build.
Yeah, because we've got to build it under. We'll have to connect the blocks up first from the main structure.
If we go straight out here on grid,
I'm thinking that, Scott. I'm thinking that we build the hangar over there, but it would be a lot easier if we just go straight into this wall and have the hangar
right at the back.
Just dug into this wall. I don't know what you think about that. I mean, maybe we could always expand to that area once this area is completed.
Yeah, that could be doable.
Well, quickly draw out a door, or the sort of scale of door you're thinking. The only problem with that is the wall's not very, not really that vertical.
Yeah, it's a very sloped wall, but we can just build a slope to a hangar.
Okay, so do you want to just...
Oh, and this is a solid wall behind it. This is just in the moon, so we wouldn't reach the surface.
Okay, well, that's quite perfect then. So do you want to...
Okay, so let's...
work out. So I'd have it low, but middle way up through the crater, maybe somewhere about here. I'll land about this area.
Yeah, but that'll do nicely.
If you want to just, like, sketch out roughly what you're thinking. Yeah, we'll have to connect that bit up first. Do you want some help with that bit? So,
yeah, just let me keep on building. You make sure we're above the dome on our build, because we'll don't want to crunch into that as we fly in. So let's stay here. That's enough height.
Is that enough height? You sure? A little bit higher?
If we make it a big hangar, so we get lots of stuff in it.
Okay, so that's the bottom piece of the hangar.
So
but what sort of what's the problem? What sort of scale are we thinking outwards? You just drag that block out as far as you think, like, and then we'll measure it.
Alright, so let's go for 10.
Are we going with the interior walls to be made mostly of rock as well, just to save on construction costs?
All depends if you want to pressurize or not pressurize.
I don't know. I don't think the main hangar needs to be pressurized. You could always have a bits on the hangar that are pressurized, but I wouldn't pressurize the main part just for convenience, because the amount of blocks we're going to need. So how many blocks wide, basically? That's what we need to know.
Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we make it 20, 10 by 10.
10 by.
We have one block in the middle, so it'd be 21 blocks in total.
Roger that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one more on this side. I think we need to get that drill ship is going to be an absolute bitch to do this, because we really could do forward-facing drills. 1, 2.
No, I don't actually know. I think it might be alright, because the way the drills dig, they give you that much space. But we'll see. Let's just move that forward.
How many am out now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Not about that.
10. So there's the full length of it. Oh god, right. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Okay, then what of oxygen? No, I need some hydrogen, but I'm in a ship, so I'm fine. It might be worth just mining this out, to be honest, by hand, because the amount the hand drills actually dig is a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a hydrogen tank and some hand drills.
Yeah.
I survived.
Right, I'm gonna take this back and I'll get digging with you. Drill for me.
Should be one of each in the load of nice stuff up. There we go. And oh, I have a drill on me. Excellent. G tools. We need to get some lights in here. I keep on meaning to put lights in here. The amount of time it takes and the amount of resources it takes to build lights, and I've still not done it a bit.
Oh, it's live.
Oh, internal dampers off. Ooh, 18 health.
Yeah, so we can get this done today. I'm putting the trust in us.
We at least get the frame done. So
I've equipped a drill, but apparently it's not actually in my. It's in my inventory. Any reason?
You looking under tools?
Yeah, I've equipped it. It's actually on my hood. It's not on my hood. Have you got a spare drill around? I can just pick it up. Did you say you brought one with you?
I I got one with me. I've got my one.
Okay, is he another one in the crate then?
I built two. Definitely built two.
Okay, because I know I've got it on.
Definitely built two. We're gonna have to build the. Okay, so again, this is just rough. So we can start getting rid of some of these.
Well, my drill doesn't work.
Commit suicide? Suicide is not the option, children. But space engineers. Meh.
Okay, I've done it. Done the deed. Tazu sent me something from his nipple galley.
Okay.
The world has suddenly got a lot dark.
Problem?
No, it's okay.
Well, you do have the day-night cycle set to like a 15-minute rotation, so... F that, what have you got to set to like 5 minutes?
Oh, the good news or the bad news? I can equip everything but a drill.
Okay, come to me.
The roof of the place.
Nope, something went bang.
It was just me dropping the drill. Look, I see, I've got this drill in my inventory.
You've got it in your hands!
Is it working now?
Do you see my drill?
Is my drill on or off? What's my drill doing?
It's off. It's doing nothing.
Oh well, my drill's not actually in my hands.
Okay, here you go. Here you go. You're the host. How are we having these problems?
Can you see that drill?
Yes.
So if I drag this drill to me, there it equips. Can you equip that drill?
The vanilla drill is broken. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to put a bug report in later tonight.
Oh, you find something new every day, I guess.
When we don't want to, we find bugs. Okay, well, I need to go make myself a drill. That's just fantastic. Someone's... How did they broke the
Oh god, you wouldn't know. Because no one ever uses it, that's why.
Everyone's going, ah, yes, the vanilla drill. Am I going to be able to make a drill? This is the question. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we did have the resources, thank god. I was a little worried we did not have the resources to build the drill. That we're doing that. Alright, and two. Alright, this one works. That would have been pretty bad if the... Oh, Aaron, that looks... That was like so wrong
it won't
so
go
fast. Famous last words. Okay. Famous last words. It's all fine. Nothing to see, bro.
How tall are we having it? Can you mark it like a height perimeter?
Okay, give me a sec. We're not pressurizing. Oh god, that's a wrong block. We're not pressurizing. It goes high as we want. It doesn't need to be airtight doors. So boom, 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 boom. How many is that? Ooh, mini's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Nah, I don't like 7. We'll go for 8. I presume you can see what I've just put in front, on top, above your ship. So
yeah.
Don't crush it.
I'm just gonna quickly grab that and build the external wall.
As you can see, I'm being just... This is not how it's gonna look, guys. We're not gonna have this weird jaggy formation. It's just
Just easy for the minute. Just
I'll smooth it all out and make pretty, just to give us like a template to work with. And my new big project that I've even given a name for, it's called Project Wallace, is coming along. You've seen a sneak peek of it, haven't you?
I haven't.
The large ship. My new capital ship that I'm designing.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that sneak peek.
Yes, that's Project Wallace.
Hopefully.
And it's coming along. It's such a massive project. This is what people have been wondering why I've been not doing much other than Joint Survival and Space Rangers, because every time I come onto it, I have this project that I've been working on, and I really should have probably live streamed as I build it, and that was a mistake on my part. That has become a bit of an obsession. And it's an awesome project. It's a huge and cool ship that I built, but...
How are you digging it out, Scott? Can I just make an advice on how to dig? I know this sounds like...
Right-click and going forward.
Yeah, but are you digging it like in vertical channels or horizontal or...
Straight in.
Oh, okay, so you're going into a certain depth and then stopping?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just wondering.
I'm trying to do the side bits right now, so I can wall.
Aaron shall carve this cave into a masterpiece of beauty. You know, I wonder what else what do you think they could do for, you know, more voxel-based tools or whatnot?
Well, they just introduced something to medieval engineers, a shovel.
Oh, the old shovel, eh? That's what people were wanting that in Space Engineers for ages.
Well, it allows you to build voxels in survival, and that's something that a lot of us want to do.
Very, very true.
Now, fair enough, I understand we'll never get pressurizable voxels. I understand that's just a technical limitation of the engine. Fair enough. I still would like to be able to fill bloody holes in. Without having to cheatsy doodle. Because there is, like in our case, there is a bloody hole in a voxel down by my air plant, the air refinery. I would like to fill in, but I can't.
Oh, the one on the ground?
Yeah. That little, you know, there's a little rough patch because I went a little too close to the surface. And I can't fill that in because... game.
Afraid that is what you have to deal with.
But I can fill it in fine if I went to creative mode. So it's just a limitation of the tools. So a shovel! A space shovel!
Yeah, but they've been trying to give Space Engine Medieval its own thing for ages, haven't they? And that's why they've not just added everything from Medieval into Space Engineers.
Oh, I do get that. I do get it, and it's two very unique teams of now two very unique perspectives of the game. But... Space shovel! Not asking too much. It's gonna be a big ass hangar.
I reckon you could
Or even
retrofit your ship quickly with drills instead. Take the two drills off the thingy and quickly swap it around.
Yes, as long as we're not trying to get resources. Because I couldn't plumb it in because it's a large connection.
It's alright, we can use the other ship for resources.
Is this my project quickly?
Yes, you've been assigned the mini project.
On to mini project. Sorry, Weldy. You're becoming drilly. This is not going to be pretty, a pretty mod.
Function.
More construction points. Yeah, we are really starting to starve on resources.
We've got lots of gravel.
Yay, gravel! Just what we want. Absolutely useless gravel. Well, that's a lie. It does have a use.
So as we're digging this out, Scott, I've got a bit of a question for you. You know, like I always have like these random questions that just pop into my head. Now I've just had one. Right.
There's always
Okay.
interesting and scary
If you
at the
could
same
make
time.
your own game, it can be very similar if you want it to be to an existing game. What would it be, and what would it be about? And for guys listening to this, if you've got an awesome idea, it'd be cool to read it in the comments as well. What you?
Ooh,
You can
awesome.
make any game you want to make. It can be any genre, anything, sandbox, open world. It could be a shooter, one of them, one on rails if you really want it to be.
A Mass Effect story-driven game, but leaning towards more ship combat. So not in like frigate size.
So it's not a
ship
massively
size.
multiplayer one. Oh, it's a multiplayer one.
I wouldn't mind both. I wouldn't mind both. I would, as long as it's got, you know, that kind of.
So what sort of vibe
story-driven-
do you want? You don't care if it's multiplayer as long as it's got like a very sort of deep storyline.
Story. Yeah,
Is that what gets you? Because I mean, I know a lot
Yeah.
of people here will probably disagree, saying that it's not about story games. Haven't really. I don't think I've actually played a story game for a long time. Usually, well, remember when it used to be the multiplayer was attached to the game, like
Yeah.
in the old Call of Duty, it was like, oh yeah, we've got this awesome storyline. You can take D-Day and whatever. Oh, and then there's a little bit of multiplayer. But now it is.
Well, that was always a first person, but then when you look at
Beautiful
games,
job, Scott. That is going to save us so much time.
like I'm a Mass Effect fanboy. I'm also a Witcher fanboy. These are single-player games that I probably put hundreds.
It's like Fallout
of
as
hours
well.
into. Yeah, I put hundreds of
If
hours.
they've got that deep, really strong storyline, you're right. You can just make an awesome game out of it.
That's what I'm hoping.
So what,
I know Star Citizen. And do you want to move your ship out so I can get some
better angles.
Star Citizen is going to be doing a. Oh god,
Go
I
on,
can't even
Scott.
remember what
Don't.
it's called. It's got a single player aspect to it. Squadron 50 something.
Yeah, somewhere. Okay,
can't
okay.
remember
Just
the
give us the
exact name.
estimates because I hate it when you go off on like an section for like 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that is going to be a story-driven.
Well, anyway, we've lost the point. You've
fighter
lost like.
But it's all ship combat, but it's going to be story-driven. It's got major voice actors. It's got Mark Hamill in it, for Christ's sake.
Well, you've lost the point, Scott. It was about building your own game. Now we've got to the other
Yeah, but that's
game.
what I'm saying. That's what I would want.
But okay, where would
A
it be set?
story-driven.
What sort of genre? Futuristic, sci-fi?
Futuristic.
Give us the environment. Sell this game, Scott, to me. Sell it like I'm a developer.
I would
pitching
want
it.
to be. Based on, oh come on, let me see. I want basically a Mass Effect with capital ships. So a story-driven space opera.
Space opera.
But that's what if you were looking up. If you're looking up a genre for a book, like I read a lot of sci-fi novels. Like big capital ship bats are classed as space operas. That's what Star Wars technically is.
I like, you know, I quite like the idea of the sound that the space opera has. Well, this hangar's looking
Yeah, that's
pretty
what
good.
that's what Star Wars is.
Oh shit, we've gone in the wrong
We're
place.
in the wrong channel. Jesus.
We're recording, Nathan.
Do it.
Sorry, it's fine.
Sorry, Nathan. We're moving. We're moving.
User
Sorry,
left your
Nathan.
channel. Channel switched.
Professional.
Yeah, we always forget. That was one thing we always forget, isn't it?
We always forget to do that. And actually, I always forget to switch Steam off, so we don't see pop-ups in my top right-hand corner of Predator's playing Arma or.
Oh, I disabled everything on start up now, so I have
Yeah.
to actually manually turn it on if I want it.
I need to.
Where were we anyway? You were talking about building a dream game.
Space opera.
You're not selling it though. You're just giving me like a vague genre. Like I want to know.
Well,
right?
no,
Okay. I spawn into this world. Do I spawn into this world, or is there a selection of ships? Is there, like?
I would have it more like you start as a character.
So you're a
captain of
physical
the ship.
person. You're not.
You're a physical person.
Okay.
You're not a ship with a voice.
Okay. That's good. So it's not like Dreadnought or them ones where you just have a ship and you take it into a battle.
No.
Okay.
This is going to be.
You have to tell the audience this.
character-driven.
If you want to sell your game, Scott, to me, you've got to explain it to me.
character driven. I maybe start off as a fighter pilot.
Is there an
and
XP system? Is that what you're going with, or?
Ooh, so you're talking. You are talking then something like Mass Effect or The Witcher, where you've got.
Or is it going to be
Maybe
visually
not.
driven? Like you unlock more things, your character gets this, and that. But there's no big
I would
bar.
have I know no big bar. I'd have it more. You're progressing. You're unlocking new things, and characters and abilities. So eventually you become, instead of just maybe a fighter pilot, you become a captain of a ship.
Well, anyway, it sounds like a very interesting
What would you have?
Ooh.
What would be your...
As I return to the hydrogen bay, I would like... The thing is that there's two genres I really like. Like the survival sort of sandbox. I really like that, but I also really like sci-fi. So what I'd really... So you've got a combination, you know, something like Dead Space, but not Dead Space, in just taking that, you know, sort of feeling it has. You know, that the horror, it's horrifying, but it's futuristically horrifying. If you get what I mean. So I'd like it, you know, this was my idea. I actually tried building this game ages ago. I tried pitching it, not to anyone, but just to my mates, saying, "Oh, guys, we could do this awesome game." So basically, it's this city with a wall around it, and the city is like a prison camp. So basically, it's set in the future though. So these different species, different sorts of people, and basically what happens is these people are dropped in it. You know, a bit like if you've ever seen the movie, you know, Escape from LA.
Is this the sci-fi game? The sci-fi version of the Hunger Games?
Not necessarily, no, but these are criminals are dropped here. They've committed some sort of horrible crime and they dropped in. And I worked it out so finely detailed, this game, like how they would drop in players and stuff, and you'd have like a vehicle that droned around the city, and at a random point you'd get thrown out. So you'd start at a different point at each time, and there'd be multiple factions. So you'd have the government faction, the idea with them to keep you in the actual walls of the city themselves, and then obviously it'd be very realistic, first person only. No HUD at all, nothing, just like no indications except if you actually look at yourself. So all damage models and stuff would be a bit like, you know, Far Cry, where you actually have to, you know, physically heal yourself, look at yourself to see what the issue is. But I just wanted it to be this very realistic but very futuristic experience, and I wanted a mixture of weapons, so things that are available on Earth, but also things that other things like. And then it was just this immense idea of this sci-fi based.
I like that. I definitely like. I like games that use minimalist HUDs. Like that's something I loved about the Dead Space.
I just wanted it to be really dirty. That's what games I really like. You know, games that are just really dirty, like the Fallout feeling, where everything's just covered in dust and debris, and you can just feel the time behind it. And the whole point. The only problem is, right? You know, with survival games at the moment is they're all about, you know, building your own story. But the problem is they don't really give you a goal, and you need a goal to, you know, like to succeed in a game. You want a goal because a goal drives you to do something.
Yeah.
So it needs a survival game with a goal, but the goal needs to vary for each of the characters. But at the same time, by helping other players achieve their goal, you know, it can benefit you. So you might start up with a random mission, like it could be find documents in such a lab in the city, or it could be just you need to kill this particular person. So you start with that random mission and you have to go and do it, and they're random every time. So like you could complete one task and then get another mission, you know, like a trader or such another. Just like try to build this.
You like the games there where you build your own story.
I like to build my own story. That's exactly it.
Yeah. See, I like being told a story.
Well, I like an environment where there's a story that's happened. Like I like a zombie apocalypse is a bit fucking overused, but I mean like a virus has escaped, or something as simple as that you've lost something really important to you and you need to get it back. I like the outline of a story, but then I like do what you want to achieve it, sort of thing.
Alright.
But
see, yeah, I get that. That's what I kind of like when you do games like, well, what happened when you're playing like Daisy?
More an Escape from Tarkov, like that's exactly it. You make your story.
You've got some of these things are just actually quite boring, but then you have these amazing moments. So it's like 99% boring as hell, but it's all preparation. 1% of sheer anarchy. It's like when I talk about an armor mission I've done, and you glaze over the fact that you took 40 minutes to get to the objective and all, but that 5-minute firefight. Well,
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Like I'm asking this everyone. Do people prefer action all the time, or do they prefer a lull? And there's a lot of gamers out there that just want action, and that's why games like first-person shooters sell so well, because they want to get home from work and they just want to get some action. They want to get the heart rate up and whatnot. Where like playing armor after work is sometimes you're gonna spend like 2 hours just getting to a point to observe a target. Like not everyone's gonna want to do that when they get home.
Yeah, it's
getting the balance right, of getting the balance of action, adventure, and whatever you want to make. But anyway, very interesting concepts. I'd like to hear what everyone has who's watching this, what sort of ideas for a game. I mean, if it ends up as a paragraph, usually I'll get distracted by reading it or whatnot.
It is an interesting topic. What would you like to see? I like Space Engineers for, like, I like this game because you get to you get a little bit your sci-fi fancy of building your cool sci-fi base or ship, and I think that's mainly to do with what the community's brought into.
Borrow your ship to do some mining.
Yeah, where all that Keen has given everyone is the tools to build.
It is. It's like Lego, isn't it? Like, you give someone a big box of Lego, and you'll be amazed what then people do with it. That's just the excitement of it. Like, give them the tools, see what people create. And I remember when Space Engineers first came out and people were building stuff, it was really simple. Like, I think I built a hangar door and people were just amazed by it, and now people are building all sorts of gravitational weaponry and whatnot, and it's just an amazing magnitude of what is possible when people put their minds together. And I think, to be honest, it's very good for your mind, this sort of game, more than just, you know, blasting people with an assault rifle, even though that can be quite enjoyable. This is like educational. It teaches you physics. It shows you, well, Space Engineers physics, that sometimes a little bit dodgy, but it
also shows you that for some reason gyroscopes are the most deadliest thing
the thing
in the universe.
is, what also something is, when you get older, you use less and less, you know, of your creativity sort of thing. Like, you don't really design much, you don't really draw, you don't paint as much, or you don't do these things. But doing this, like, activates that part of your mind that, you know, is kind of locked up, like 90% of the time when you're just stuck in an office filing paperwork or whatnot, because you're actually building, you're using that sort of what's it called? What's the science called? Inventive side. But anyway, interesting subject to think about there.
Okay. I'm gonna try and connect this to the grids up, and a bit more than just this weird. You gonna let me place some blocks, please, game? Thank you. Okay. I like sometimes just changing up genres. And I don't just mean like in type of game, but I'm not one for just like, I only like sci-fi. I like kind of a lot of game types. And not just even like
Space Engineers though is a very sort of like, the work you put in is what you get out sort of thing. Like, if you work hard on a project, you'll end up with a really good project, where if you just put in like 30 seconds, you'll end up with something that doesn't look as good.
That's not how some people are able to put 30 seconds into a project and pull out
True.
some of the most amazing ships in the universe. And but
some people I also think get very, just very good at building fast. Tazoo, for instance, he's a very fast builder, and his ships are very, sort of relate that. They're very fast, they're very functional. And sometimes when he does put the the extra time in to build something, like really, to like, say, if you see a ship of Tazoo's that he spent more than 30 seconds on, they're amazing. They're absolutely beautiful, because these ships he puts 30 seconds into are just as equally as good, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
The more time he puts in only just makes it even better.
As I've learned recently, big ships take a long time to make them good. Unbelievable.
The best projects are the most beautiful things have take people months and months. It's like, that's why it's hard to whip out a build every day when I'm building a build, like, especially at the moment, especially if you're working on a project like Scott, you're gonna take longer than, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours or an hour.
Yeah, that's like I'm having to this one. Probably about 40
well,
hours
I'm sure
already.
you're gonna put it up on the workshop and let everyone enjoy it.
Delete. Yes, project. Oh god, what am I playing for? Project Wallace is going to be something else. Okay, Aaron, you can see my GPS, can't you?
For your actual character.
Yes.
Wow, what's up?
Can you tell me how far below, if I still need to go down to get below the dome?
Quite a bit. Another. It's actually. You need to go down another like 20 meters.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep on going.
Let's just keep mining at this.
Okay, and okay, I must be below the dome now. But for safety's sake, let's go down another little bit. Okay. Oop, that was the wrong thing. I just put a light in here. Alright, okay, do me, I think. Yeah. Alright, where are you, Aaron?
I'm currently getting asked to play golf at 7 o'clock, but I'm just saying I'm recording. But I am in your ship.
Okay, can you fly? Are you flying towards the base?
Flying towards the base.
So I can get a bearing of which direction I need to drill.
Okay. I'm just flying over. I don't know if you can see my ship moving.
Yeah, I'm watching you. That way. Okay. That's it, I've got a bearing.
Alright, turning back around and back to this hangar.
I have my bearing. And eventually I'm going to have to ask you to tell me where I've got if I've gone too far. Then I'm going to have to drill all this out and replace it with piping. But this means we can plumb up the base. Or the new hangar. You guys, we're planning this through. We're actually thinking this is what I always hate doing, is you end up building something, then you realise you have to plumb it in. So let's plumb this bugger in.
Free plumb. Get them plumbers
Boring
in
job,
first. Well, if you
has
just
to
follow
do.
the basic rules of construction with space engineers, your builds tend to go quite well. Build the foundation, wiring, plumbing. But it's always really tempting to make things look nice first, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could have really done with small warheads.
Just to blow a hole.
Yep. It's a practical way of mining.
It is. It's used in the real world. In space engineers, they have a certain element of misfortune.
Yeah, they always end up blowing a hole bigger than you need, and you're like breaking the surface or breaking into something.
Have you you thought about giving airsoft a go again, Scott, or did you just concentrate on this house thing at the moment? Or are you waiting for me to come and see you?
Well, you come up.
Oh, will do. When you get your house and you're settled in, I'll come up. We can have an airsoft and whatnot. I'll bring some kit so you can borrow it.
Project House is coming along actually quite nicely. But again, these are things that are taking a lot of my time away from YouTube. It's a real shame, and I really don't want to spend time away from YouTube, but between that and, as I was telling Aaron, a new addition to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I am
now a father.
The uncle. That's not it. As far as I'm aware, no, that's never happened. I've never, well, there's nothing many dragging out there as far as I'm aware. But I am now an uncle.
You'll see, in a few days' time, you'll have a knock on your door.
Oh god, let's never joke about that happening. I'm now an uncle, meaning I have a little baby niece.
Beautiful. When you bring
So
a little life into this world. I
now have to deal with that.
That mini person will one day have to grow up and pay taxes.
Oh yeah. Aaron, do you want to tell me where I am in relation to
Congratulations on bringing a new worker into the world. Right, okay.
You drone to be crushed by society.
I know, it's sad, isn't it? Right, where am I? Where are you? You need to go further.
Further? Okay, am I at least going in the right bloody direction? Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more gameplay shenanigans. See you next time.